Hi everyone, I'm Olivia Mead and I'm the founder of Yoga for First Responders. And with me, not as always, is Lindsay Alvarez.
Thanks for having me.
Once again, my husband is unable to co-host
Because he is talking.
because he is speaking with someone.
Yes.
But I said, Lindsay, can you be an interim co-host? And she said,
Yes.
do I have a choice?
Yeah. I'm being forced. This is a forced situation.
Yeah. So you have a burrito for lunch, and I can't stop thinking
I'm
about
so
it.
Sorry.
I'm gonna have to go get one because
Okay.
I'm just gonna be jealous. And I'm like, I had an apple.
I should have brought you one.
You should have brought me. You should have thought about me.
That was pretty rude of me.
If there's a burrito in question, the answer is always yes.
Well, now I know.
Yeah. I actually want to share, I told Lindsay this, but I want to share it again about Lindsay actually babysat my daughter.
Love her.
It was the first time she ever babysat.
A tiny human.
Yeah, I've never. And you did so well. Like, yeah. You just know so much. I was so impressed. But I'm so impressed. Like, toddlers are hard. Kids are hard. It's hard. Things are hard. And then something happens that explodes your brain and heart. Mm-hmm. So that happened to me this morning, my sweet love.
She's so precious.
Oh God, she's the best.
She is.
Little ponytail.
Yeah, oh with your little smoker voice.
Oh my God, yeah, she smokes a pack a day.
A pack a day for 30 years
Yes, at least. And she's also one of those people who will never have any medical issues because of her smoking.
Yes.
You know, like they just like smoke and they live forever.
That's crazy.
That's what she sounds like. So she's been doing great with potty training, no accidents for a long time, all that stuff. Mm-hmm. But I just have been like encouraging her to go to the bathroom, you know, go potty before she goes to sleep and like as soon as she wakes up. Right. But like a lot of times is when she wakes up, unlike me, who has to pee as soon as I wake up. Same. She does not, and I'm always like, that's fine. Like, oh, look at the co-host. Now we're a triple co-host. Hello, Eric Brenneman.
Hello, welcome to Yoga for First Responders on Air.
Don't take credit. You're not here doing it.
No, you're right. I'm not. Not today.
Not today. Maybe we're gonna go back to when you only do interviews with people.
Once in a while.
I need a break. Just kidding. I love it. I love it. Our podcast. I love everything. Okay. So I said I say that's totally fine. When your body feels ready to go to the bathroom, you can. Okay. So this morning I'm getting ready. Eric got her dressed and I'm about to go in the shower. And I say right before I go in the shower, hey, did you go potty yet this morning? And she said, yes. I'm like, okay. And so then I go in the shower. And as soon as I go in the shower and close the shower door, I hear wailing. Like she fell on her face or something. So I open the door and I peek my head out. I'm like, what's wrong? Tell me what's wrong. So she comes to me. I hold her little hands and I'm like, what's happening? Tell me. And she said, I didn't go potty. And I was like, oh, are you upset because you told me you did, but you actually didn't? And she said, yeah. And I was like, that's okay, honey. I'm not mad. I was like, and also you don't have to tell me that you went potty if you didn't. Like, I don't care. I just want your body to feel good. That's why I just remind you. And anyway, so when we got in the car, I told her how proud and impressed I was that she made that correction and that she can always tell me the truth, that she can even go back and correct the past like she did. Like, I'll never be mad at her.
Yes.
And she said, okay. And I just was like,
that's so good.
Fuck, am I raising the perfect human?
I think you are.
I think so.
I think you're also an incredible mother.
Oh my gosh. Thank you.
I really mean that.
Well, I have
so gentle with her and so kind.
Thank you.
So reassuring.
Anyone who has had me in the academy or in instructor school is like, what? She is? Because I've had a lot of practice with hundreds of first responders who are also toddlers. Just kidding. I love you. I'm kidding, but you know I'm right.
But I want to bring it full circle after this morning's class that we had of how you connected it with kind of the overall message of the class, which was courage.
Oh,
and at the end you said, and just to bring it back to what I was talking about with my daughter, is she had the courage to tell me the truth. So go out into the world and have the courage to tell the truth.
Am I amazing?
Am
I the best teacher ever?
I think you are.
Speaking of being the best teacher ever, I'm sorry, but we produce some amazing YFFR instructors.
I can't wait to meet
And
them.
yes, you're going to be one of them one day. And I got to speak to one of them. I wasn't at this training. This is also how I know that like this work of YFFR, it stands alone.
Right.
I'm very proud of how I structured it, but it's the work that really stands alone too. But I don't go to every instructor school. I have a training team that does it for me.
Mm-hmm.
And arguably, they sometimes do better because like this is the second time, class 037 that happened recently, where I was told it was like the most magical instructor school. Everyone was like beamed to another planet, like
Wow.
energetically. It was so amazing. And I wasn't there. And I'm like, good for you. No, but I am very, really, really proud of that because it shows like our training team is so amazing. So this instructor school had 15 fabulous people. They're all on one text thread right now. And I got to speak to one of them, Stacia. And the reason I really wanted to talk to Stacia is because we just launched our family course. And she has done an amazing job in introducing this to youth, including her own children. She's so grounded and down to earth. We ended up like having a girl conversation at the end, which I hope that our editor, producer, Maya, if you're listening, Maya, keep it in. People might want to know
That's the juice.
the shampoo recommendations because we both have big old curls. So yeah, she's a real one. And she's, I think, giving it to the next generation. These tools is like important, and she's doing such a killer job. So don't gatekeep this stuff. Share it with your family, share it with your community, you know. I say this to we're about to do our 38th instructor school.
Okay.
And every time I say to the class, if everyone certifies, like finishes their certification, I will take everyone to Disneyland.
Really?
And I think I started upping the ante and saying Hawaii.
Oh, I would love Hawaii. I'm really not a Disney girl.
Well, this is not about you.
Okay. But I would love Hawaii.
So I say that every time because it's never going to happen. There's always several people who are even in it to win it, and then they don't do any of their certification requirements.
Okay.
So every time I say it loud and proud, knowing it's not going to happen.
Oh, no.
So class 037,
I
was not there, but apparently the training team made the same promise to them.
Okay.
They are 2 people away from 100% certification from Stacia's class.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm literally panic Googling, how do I get 20 people to Hawaii on a shoestring $500 budget? We're gonna have to do humanitarian work in order to get there, or work on a small farm.
Yeah.
I'm taking you to Hawaii. What is that called when you get
woofing.
Woofing?
Yes.
We're all going to Hawaii, but we're woofing.
We're gonna be
we're woofing it. We're gonna work on the farm. I didn't tell you in what context we're going to Hawaii. But I think I can actually swing Disneyland instead.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even though, I have to ask you something. Are you not a Disney girl because you tried it and hated it, or you've just never gone?
I've never gone, but I've just never been in it to win it with Disney things. Like I
wasn't till I went to Disneyland.
Okay.
And I would like to be your introduction.
Okay, I definitely am willing to try it. I also knew previously a Disney adult, and I did not like her.
Okay,
and
yeah,
that was really frustrating.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Yeah. But I think, there's layers to it. There's a spectrum.
Yes.
I don't wear ears.
Yeah, I could not.
I'm gonna make you wear ears just because you fucking said that.
It's gonna make my head hurt.
Okay.
That's a good excuse.
I know how to do Disney right, Henny.
Okay, great.
Okay. It includes breaks. It includes food. Coffee or matcha or whatever. Great. Oh, definite food locations. Okay, it includes, so I used to go to, when I lived in LA and I hadn't figured life out yet and I'd get burned out all the fucking time. Mm-hmm. I would go to Disneyland to be like, because they have walls, so you can't see the outside world.
Oh.
And you are just in this bubble of you're fine and everyone's here to take care of you.
Oh.
And every single Disney employee is here for you.
Okay.
And to make sure your life is great.
Wow.
And it was just such a nice little exhale for me.
I didn't know that's how it was.
Yeah. So if anyone out there has a travel agent that can get me 20 people to Disney on the cheap, let me know because I might be owing. I didn't put a time thing on it. I should have said within 8 weeks or
Yeah.
something like that. Maybe
Yeah.
it is within 8 weeks already. I don't
Yeah.
remember when that training happened. Oh, it happened end of September, October. Yeah.
Okay.
I should say, oh, that was the stipulation, 8 weeks.
Ooh.
But I also want to go to Disneyland. Anyway.
Yeah. And it would be very cool if 100% of them certified.
Yeah.
That would be very cool.
Yeah. There's one that's like, what's the point? I'm not even getting any like opportunities. And they're like, girl, if you're the one, I don't know exactly, guys, if that's exactly how it went down, but they're rallying around her to like get it done. All right, so let's talk about Stacia. Stacia Taylor is 11-year Derby, Kansas police officer. She's mother of 2 wild boys, not just regular boys. Wild. Feral boys, wife to one and friend to many. Oh,
that's very cute.
What if I'm gonna put? Now I want to put on my bio like friend to one, but lover to many. High school SRO, peer support team coordinator, SWAT team crisis negotiator. Lindsay, do you see the company I keep?
I'm obsessed.
Yeah. YFFR instructor. Thank you for putting that on there. Queen of random thoughts.
Okay. I like that.
Conversations, deep dives, lover of humans, and someone who is passionate about general wellness for first responders. Also, she and I are going to be in New Orleans together, and we're going to have a cocktail.
I love it.
Have you been in New Orleans?
I've never been in New Orleans.
She's just been allowed to drink for a year. So
I'm only 22.
She's only 22. I'm going to take, okay, we're going to Disney. New Orleans is the adult Disneyland.
Yeah, I think I would enjoy New Orleans. My family, I just want you to know, is all from Texas, and they all say Nolans.
Nolans. Yeah, people in Nolans say Nolans.
Yeah.
I say NOLA because I'm cool.
Okay.
Yeah. So I debate saying this because no one's going to care, but I lived in a town in Iowa called Indianola.
Okay.
And I really was upset about it because it was a small town, snow, Iowa, ex-husband, all that shit.
Yeah.
But I do have a secret place of love in my heart for it because I trained their fire department. That's where I went through the academy.
Okay.
Like, I secretly do love it. But anyway, when I was trying to make myself feel better about living there, I said, well, the name is a combination of my 2 favorite places, India and NOLA.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That's good.
All right. Well, please enjoy Stacia Taylor. Enjoy Stacia Taylor. Welcome to Yoga for First Responders on Air, where we break down yoga, neuroscience, resilience, and public safety in a manner that's authentic, educational, and most importantly, entertaining and lighthearted. I'm YFFR's founder, Olivia Mead. As a yoga instructor and neuroscience enthusiast, I'm passionate about supporting first responders and anyone looking to improve their overall human performance. Each week, we'll dive into a new topic and often bring on expert guests to share their insights and experiences. But we'll also keep it real and share our own stories and struggles along the way. So whether you're a first responder or seeking to master the science of mental and physical resilience, this podcast is your ultimate guide to triumph over life's challenges with unbreakable strength and unwavering fortitude. By pressing play, your training has begun. It's funny because I didn't realize till I was a mother myself that the relationship your kids have with the mother, energy is different than with the father. So you're like doing this, you are the first responder and you're also the, mama of the whole thing too. Yeah. I mean, what's happening right now in this season? By the way, like, how are you feeling?
Oh, what's not happening in this season is more to ask. Like, my husband actually told me a couple weeks ago, he was like, Stacia, if there's anything else that you're adding to the December calendar, please don't. And like, he's even feeling overwhelmed and like, he's not the default parent. So at home, when he feels overwhelmed, he's like, hey, we got to tap out. Like, it's too much.
Yeah. Eric was saying that too. Like, I was talking to him as we drove here to teach. I was like, I'm like at the end of my rope, and he's like, I've seen this happen. You're trying to fit everything in and do it all. And so the theme of class today was actually that, we talk about rest and recovery, and then I'm not actually doing it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's interesting, right? So I did a class this morning too, and I did oh, I don't know what it's called, like foundational mobility or functional mobility or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
And I was like, so we were in Missouri yesterday for a family Christmas. We had been there since Thursday. And I was like, God, I want to cancel. I don't want to. Like, I'm tired. I want to stay in bed. But I did it. And I'm like, only 3 people came. Like, I really could probably cancel this one. But I felt so good after. I'm like, I needed the slow, like just stretching. And no, life is hard and the holidays are crazy. And I don't know if your husband shared with you, but like my kids are very involved. So we're always in a sport, we're always on the go. And I'm just like, I it would be so cool to just sit down. Like
Oh my God, yes.
what's that?
You and I are very similar, and I grew up in a lot of things too. I was in ballet and this or that, and it was always, and so I'm trying to not, I don't want my daughter to feel rushed. I have her in everything too. And so that's been like such a point, like, okay, I don't want you to feel rushed. So I'll say to her, like when I'm rushing her, I'll stop and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to rush you. Now she uses that against me and she'll just pull out, don't rush me,
Mhm.
because she knows that
Smart
like
girl.
that's
She's
gonna
not
like
coming.
get to me. I know it's like we know all this stuff and then we catch ourselves. But that's the thing, right? It's like at least we are aware enough to know, okay, we're not practicing what we preach. Those who don't even have a practice are just going, going, going without even the awareness
Oh
of,
yeah.
what's causing the burnout. I
Yeah.
think that's actually even the bigger problem is like they don't even have the tools to stop and to know they need to stop. And that's when we get into trouble. So I'm also going to be looking, when you see me looking over here, I have some questions for you. So I'm going to keep
Okay.
referencing them. But I'm going to, we always do the bio after we have our conversation. I go back later and I put your bio in. So all of that will be covered. But I kind of want to know, like, okay, first of all, you were part of instructor school that I wasn't there. And this
Yes.
is the second time that when I haven't been in instructor school and everyone says this was the best instructor school ever. And I'm sitting there like,
You were at your TED Talk. It was great.
yes, no, no, no. It was cool. It was cool. And actually, I love it. I love like we have such great trainers and instructors and they just fly and they just do so well. So I was very, very happy to hear that. So tell me like at what point when you are in your career and the things you're assigned to do and you're a mother, all of this stuff, at what point were you like, shit's not working. I need to find like I need to find something. There's something called resilience or regulation and I need to figure this out. So when did that kind of pop up for you?
So, I mean, I probably always knew, right? Like I grew up, it was not, there's no Partridge Family, nothing like wholesome and nice. Like it was very survival for a lot of the time. And I've lived my whole life in like this heightened emotional state, like survival. It's probably why I do what I do. And so one of my closest friends killed himself in 2017, one of my closest coworkers. And I already was doing peer support. We didn't have a peer support team then. And I knew it kicked my ass. Like there were a lot of people that were like, what do we do now? How could we have prevented this? Not even like, and you can't prevent
Yeah.
anything like that, but how could we have better equipped each other with how to move in that? So that was probably a big one that I was like, no, like he died. Like he put a gun to his head and he's dead now. So I like something is missing. Like something is wrong. We spend, 12-hour shifts taking care of people. We go and save people's lives from bad things. And then we go home and go to bed like it's normal and it's not. And then we have real life too, right? Like first responders aren't special. Like we have real lives. Everybody gets divorced. Everyone has money problems. Everyone's kids are too busy. Everyone has a mortgage due at the same time that the tags are due. like life is stressful. And I think when Scott died, it was a significant eye opener. Like something has to be different. A couple years after that, our peer support team was started, and I mean that's very near and dear to my heart.
Mhm.
Um, I was just texting my team this morning, telling them like a wrap of the year, like you guys had so many contacts and you're doing it. And it's a weird, you don't see the validation because the validation is nobody's dead.
Right.
But so yeah, I mean things like that would happen, or like I wrote about it specifically in my blog for my certification. I did a death notification years ago. It was before I was deep in like the wellness space, and it was awful. I will stand like 10 toes down. I think death notifications are the worst kind of 911 call.
Yeah.
So I did this death notification with a guy that was working, an older officer, and it was for a woman whose 19-year-old died overnight in a different town. So I had zero details. This
Okay.
other town called and was like, hey, her mom lives here. We need you to tell her right away before the day gets going and it turns into a whole thing. So we knock on our door and it's dark outside. And when the cops knock on your door, it's dark. Everybody knows that sucks.
It's not good.
No. So she opens the door and I'm like, hey, can we come in? And she goes, no. And I'm like, okay, I respect it. Like I would be scared.
Yeah.
And I go, okay, well, they found your daughter last night and she died. There's no fun or nice way to say that. And it just fucking sucks. She collapses on the ground outside. We have to carry her in. And the older officer that I'm with, he starts crying. She asked us to pray with her. We just kind of processed with her. And I knew I needed a timeout after that call. Like I spent probably 3 or 4 hours with her, and it was awful. It was awful. There's no other way to put it. So I left the call after her family got there, and I called my husband and I'm like, hey, I'm not great. Like this really sucked. And I called my supervisor and I told him, I said, hey, I'm going to take a timeout. Like I'm going to go to the station and I'm just going to sit for a second. I just kind of need to compose myself. And I didn't have the tools to do anything. I just kind of
Yeah.
sat there. I knew I needed to take a break. So I just kind of sat there like, okay. And I mean, I sat for whatever, 30 minutes and then went back to work. But I definitely knew that was a sticking point for me. Like, had I had some kind of tools or breath work or something that I could have made productive use of that time,
Yeah. Yeah.
just some kind of instructional regulation, I guess.
Ooh, I love that instructional regulation. Ooh, I think we need to coin that.
It's
But
weird. Like your
yeah,
body knows when it's too much. And I was like, this is crazy. I feel like shit. Like,
yeah.
my kid didn't die. It sucks.
It's giving you, your body is giving you the signals. And two important things about this. One is that our bodies do give us the signals, but because we have these thinking minds, we override that. We don't listen to the signals and we overpower it and silence the signals. And two, you're absolutely right about the protocol needed. And that's what I noticed was missing, right? Is that there was conversation about wellness and this or that and suggestions, but if you're not giving someone something tactical and a protocol, when this happens, do this,
Yeah.
there's no effectiveness at all. It's just not going to happen. And I'm not sure why it's still I feel like YFFR is the only one that's actually giving a tactical approach to this. Everything else is very conceptual, very like take time for yourself or this or that. And then when there is something where they give like this one agency I worked for does give people like 48 hours off after an officer involved shooting or whatever. But what do you think they're going to do with those 48 hours? Like
Yeah.
nothing productive.
Yeah, they're gonna sit at home and get drunk and fight with their
Right.
spouses. Yeah. So
Exactly.
I like to call them tangible takeaways. Like people talk about, oh, cook with your heart. And I'm like, no, what does that mean?
What
Like
does
give
that mean? Oh my God,
instruction.
I hate it. Yes, I know. I hate that so much.
Right. We're as complicated as humans are. Like we also thrive, especially atypical people, like A-type people that are in the first responder world. We want directions. We want to follow the rules.
Yes.
We want to do the thing. So tell me what I'm supposed to do. And
Well, and that's why teach our instructors, I'm like, no, you're the leader. They're sitting there looking at you, waiting for direction. Give them direction.
Yeah.
That's why one of my biggest pet peeves is like, okay, just do what you feel. Like they don't know. Like,
Yeah,
what do you want me to do?
literally.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're hitting it right on the head. Yeah.
I did a class and my like upper admin came and my deputy chief, I asked for him feedback after. He's like, yeah, you were sitting on a block and like I didn't know that was an option. And I'm like, oh, I didn't even think to tell you. Like, this is more
Yeah.
comfortable for me. He's like, yeah, I would have loved to have had that instruction. I'm like, okay,
What
I-
great feedback.
for sure. And I was didn't even think because it's not like a thing. It's like
Yeah.
just this way I like to sit while I'm talking to you. And he was like, yeah, that's the only thing. I would have really loved to have like you explain that.
Well, that's so important. And I think actually that's the best piece of feedback because feedback shouldn't be I liked it or I didn't like it. It's not good or bad or whatever. It is something tangible like that. And
Yeah.
we also have to remember that when we're teaching folks who may have zero to very little experience with yoga, if we say a directive that's like, and if it feels better, do what I don't know what feels better means because
Right.
sometimes regulating and releasing does not feel good, friends.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And sometimes with like yoga, it is physical. Sometimes it all sucks. Maybe this pose is just not your jam, or you really
Yeah.
do need that hip stretch. So it's not going to be super comfortable.
But
It's
can you
not gonna
breathe?
feel
That's the,
good.
that's the thing. It's like it's in the release of it, but if you can maintain your three-part breath, you're safe.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's the anchor. It's like, okay, this sucks, but there's no acute pain. My alignment's fine, and I can maintain three-part breath. I'm cool. I'm just going to breathe through this, knowing I'm releasing something out of my fascia, you
Yeah.
know?
Oh, yeah.
So great. You had the same eye-opening that I did of like, okay, no structure here and desperately needed. And you're absolutely right that every first responder is a human being with the same brain and nervous system as everybody else.
Yeah.
So, and I had a similar experience where was doing a ride along with a female officer, and we went to the hospital, and oh gosh, I don't know if the guy died or he was close to it, but there was his mother there. It was an older guy, and so the mother was older too. And he was in bad shape, like after a car accident or whatever. And I've never seen someone shake and cry like that. Like I've never seen that. And so then we got in the car, and the officer I was with, I could tell her eyes were like glassy. Like I could tell. And I said, so what is, and I think at this point she didn't even know what I did yet. Like this was
Mhm.
just like, you're gonna have this ride along lady. And this was like a first thing we did. And I was like, so what's your plan? Like,
What now?
yeah. I was like,
Like
so
a
you just
dry
saw
break?
this was horrible. I can see it's affecting you. So what do you do now? She was like, go to the next thing.
Keep
There was
going.
nothing. And that's when I was like, well, let me introduce you to, because during that ride, we had a good 5 to 10 minutes for the next thing. There's breath work, there's release, there's things you can do to get it out of your body just so you can kind of process it a little bit to stay at work.
Yeah, it really is something that should be, I think, I mean, who am I? But I think it's something that should be taught for rookies in academies. Like in the county academy that's near where I am, they work it into their curriculum for their recruits, and
Good. Yeah.
you have to teach that.
Yeah. And so when and obviously we focus on first responders here because it's such a they exemplify the need for this.
Right.
But it's for everyone. I mean, life is hard, period. So it is for everyone. You obviously introduced it to your kids quite successfully. So how did you present? I've made a joke because I did we have the family course now, and
Mhm.
I have little kid videos. And it's me trying to do my best Miss Rachel. I'm like, hey, kids, let's do that. Let's breathe.
I think that sounded great. That was good.
No, and so I am very proud of these little like cartoons I made and stuff. And so in the intro to this course, I'm like, okay, these are the kids' videos. But if you don't have kids, obviously skip them or maybe show them to the probie or the rookie. You know what I mean? Maybe that's the language they need to hear
Yeah.
simplified, right? So,
Yeah.
like when you introduce the importance of regulation to your family, how did you introduce it so that your kids actually took it on and knew to do that breath work?
So I think, oh, it's another tool for me, right? Like I have two boys and they are very different. I don't know if you ever see those like memes or reels where it's like the older one that's crying all the time and the younger one that's just like a fucking savage.
Dude, have you seen the reel where you go up to your kids and you say like, "Hey, the mom down the street wants to fight me," and she's
Yeah.
bringing her kids, and it was like older child was like, "No, we can't," and the younger child was like, "Let's go!" She's like,
Literally, I did that with my kids and the older one was like, "Well, maybe you could just talk to them." And my little one was like, "It's fine, mom. I'm much bigger than them. We'll
"Yeah,
take it."
we're
I'm like,
gonna,"
all
you
right,
know,
let's
and you don't
go.
know which you're like.
Yeah.
Both are really rad answers.
But my boys are very opposite, but they both have really big feelings. So it's something
Right.
that like I've had to be creative in working with already. So with our older one, we even before introducing like yoga for first responders to them, we talked about like taking a time out and just kind of settling. But again, it was just an empty time out. Like go to your room to collect yourself.
Mhm.
There's no, I didn't have the resource to tell them do this or do this.
Where is he? Yeah.
Same with my little one. Like you can't just rage. You have to figure out a way to like not Hulk everything. So I don't know. Oh, after the instructor school, my older boy had a soccer tournament in the Kansas City area. So my husband brought them up at the end of the week. We were there for more days and he was nervous. He was like, it's a big tournament, whatever. So I'm like, you know what? I just learned this, like belly breathing. Why don't we try this and see how it feels? And so we did it on the soccer field, took a cutie little picture. It's so cute and sunny.
I
And
think we
he,
posted that. That's the
yes,
one we posted.
and
Yeah.
he was really into it. He's much more sensitive. So he is like, okay, yeah, let's try this. Of course. Like I would love to feel my body and like get into it. So for him, and he plays on a club soccer team. So he's in a lot of high pressure environments already, according to him. So but he liked it. He played really well and he was like, yeah, I really liked that breathing. And, I have to balance dad is like, well, make sure you run hard and you do this. And I'm like, well, maybe we should take some
And
breaths. So
yeah,
let's do this.
yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
I mean, that's how it just naturally, and it just happened to be right off the cuff from the training. And then I'm sure following, like my little one was, I pissed about something and just going crazy. Oh, no, same weekend we come home and they were in a running program. So they both had a race. It was like the final race of the season. And my little one is big boy. He's not super fast. He's built for power, not speed. So he was really nervous. He's like, I think I'm going to throw up. And I'm like, it's fine. Why don't we try this that we did with your brother for a soccer tournament? And he did it. And he was like, okay, feels good. And it's something that, like, again, like I said earlier, they'll just bring it up in conversation. Like, oh, I was feeling nervous, but then I did those fat belly breaths. And I'm like, you guys. And it's just regulation, right? Like, I feel like we as like grown-ups, we have this expectation that kids are just going to figure it out. And like we have to be taught how to figure it out. So
Right.
it's why
Yeah.
would we ever expect small humans to just get it together? Like, oh, you're being
Know it.
annoying, stop crying.
Right.
Yeah, ideally that'd be awesome, but it's not.
Yeah.
So we teach them everything else.
Yeah. And well, exactly. Well, and think about it too. It's like if we teach them this stuff from the beginning, it's their normal.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about this with my daughter, like anything I tell her is her truth, right? At least right now until she's older and she can do whatever she wants. But like, but I'm literally programming what's true. If I said, this is the color blue,
It's blue.
okay, this is blue, it's like we're teaching her these things. This whole Santa Claus thing too. It's like, if we didn't do Santa Claus and there was no Santa, like then there wouldn't be a Santa. Like we're teaching them all this stuff. So teach them breath work and regulation. Teach
Yeah.
them that they have a responsibility for their own body and nervous system and responses,
And
And
it
so
transfers it into even adulthood. Like if I'm raising men, if I can teach them how to regulate their emotions, like what a freaking superpower that is.
You are raising great husbands. That's what you are.
Yes.
I know. I mean,
I
but
hope
honestly,
so.
can you imagine like if we all taught this? This is actually how I ended my TED talk. I was like, if we just did this and taught this to kids, can you imagine the world?
I know.
Everyone would be aware. Everyone would be non-reactive. I mean, God, and it's so simple, such like a, and so the other part of it, we talk a lot, okay, about regulation. People associate yoga with down regulation or this or that. What about the life, longevity of doing this, right? And the health of your body and performance. Like, what do you think about that? Like, have you talked to them or your students about how regulation can actually help you perform and live longer?
Yes. So I don't know if I've talked specifically to my children, but so I'm a high school SRO.
I was wondering if you still were. Okay, you are.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm in my office now. It
Oh
stinks.
my, you are probably the coolest SRO. They probably love you, don't they?
I love like the sports kids are like close to my heart. I love them all, but the sports kids and my husband is very sporty and it's all like it's so togethery. It's almost sim and that I don't mean that to sound so woo
Oh
woo.
no, I know. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I look around like, am I in a sim right now?
Like my husband was a college decathlete. Like he is real sporty spice, does all the things. He's that guy that you hate that can have a six pack after going to the gym for 2 days when he hasn't been for 6 months. I hate
Mhm.
him. But he had knee surgery recently. He's 38, he had knee surgery, and his doctor was like, yeah, we're probably going to have to do total replacements on both your knees by the time you're 50 because of all of the athletics. And he's like, you really
Yeah.
should work yoga into your routine. And it was all in the same like time I was doing this,
Okay.
doing your stuff. So there is like a practical application too. Like knee surgery sucks. Nobody wants to do that. Or heart health. Like you have to maintain like just not stressing your heart out all the time. If you can
Yeah.
teach your heart to just calm down and not be in hypercortisol levels or all the sciencey things. But yes, so I talked to the athletes here about it and yeah, there is just longevity in just being sorry, there was a very weird sound in the ceiling. There, yes, I talked to them about longevity, and honestly, my husband's all in too. He is like, no, this is fantastic. He's like, the first class I had him practice, he was like, this is fucking hard.
Yeah.
It's like the breathing is difficult. And I'm like, I know, like, because you don't know how to do it.
No,
And
and it's muscles. It's muscles. And if you don't train them like other muscles, they're going to be weak.
right, right.
What does
No,
he do, by the way? What does your husband do?
he used to be a police officer.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He's in oil sales.
Okay.
Nothing exciting. He drives around and convinces people to buy oil. I
That's
feel
so
like I
funny
should.
because Eric, who was a firefighter, now is in sales as well. He convinces people to buy fire software.
Yeah.
So
Oh, there
great.
you go. Yeah.
Yeah, so he also gets where you're coming from a job stance too.
Yeah. Well, and my husband, he's in the car a lot, so he'll come home
Oh,
super early,
yes.
and I'm like, well, let me teach you a little, throw
Yeah.
yourself down dog for a little bit, or some
Or a
kind of hand
Sphinx
opener.
pose or like, yeah, because the stress on the fascia, when I say stress, I don't always mean emotional or mental stress. Forcing your body to sit in a position like in a car or do the same movement getting in and out of a car, that is also putting stress on your fascia. So you need to process that out too.
Oh yeah.
It's a responsibility that we have that we're not doing and no one's holding us accountable to do it.
Yeah.
And there's an explanation for all the mental, emotional, and physical ailments. There's an explanation and there is a antidote. There's an antidote, for it.
It's too bad that it's something that's responsive too. Like I feel like people don't think
Yeah.
about yoga or get into it until they're like, oh, my joints hurt after going on a road trip. Like,
Yeah.
why aren't we teaching kids? Why aren't we just using it for maintenance? Or why aren't our pediatricians saying, hey, maybe let's incorporate a little bit of this?
Yeah, it has to be proactive. That's the thing. It's like, yes, it does help once you're, you're feeling it all. But if you do it proactively, you have these tools of awareness to begin with. So
Right.
okay, I'm needing X, Y, or Z. This is what I'm needing right now. This is what I'm feeling. Like the fact that you even had the awareness after that death notification that you just even needed to sit down for 30 minutes, that's already steps ahead of what a lot of people have. They don't even sit down, you know? And so we wonder why we're getting such, people with such stress-based issues, you know?
I just read something recently that anxiety is at an all-time high and it's younger and younger. Like kids are getting diagnosed with anxiety all the time. And I'm like, why are we not equipping them? Like again,
Yeah.
like they don't know. They don't,
Yeah.
it's not
They don't
inherent.
know.
We don't just know how to figure it out.
It's
Like
like
we,
asking someone to put a painting on the wall without any nails or a hammer.
right,
And then you might give them nails and a hammer, but you don't teach them how to do it. And
right,
you expect them to know how to put that, like, the
right.
other thing is too, it's like I don't want someone to listen and be like, oh my God, I haven't been teaching my kid breath work. Our society is not setting you up to do that and to win to do that.
Well, and
You know?
us as adults aren't set
Yeah.
up to do it. Like,
Right.
unless you stumble on it or you find some nugget or some reason to reach out and go to an instructor school or something, you
Yeah.
aren't equipped either. Like,
Right.
you
No.
don't know. How
But
would you?
how would you know?
Like,
How would
how
you know
would
if
you?
oh, I know. I know. It's like, how do we stop? How do we stop and say, okay, everyone, you're learning this. Like, can you imagine, like, okay, anyone who's listening to this who like is new at the, rookie, whatever, wants to join, whatever. I am telling you that if you get these tools in your tool belt now, you are going to slay this career.
100%, because you know what is certain? Bad shit's going to happen. You are
Yeah.
going to be stressed out. You're
Yeah.
going to be overwhelmed. Yeah, just what a freaking so awesome to be equipped with how to handle that.
Can you imagine? I mean, like, yeah. And, the reason I went through a fire and a police academy, and I think the only reason I was able to even actually get through it was because and I'm not just talking the emotional part. When I was in a structure, right, that you have to like crawl underneath stuff, I was breathing and moving and I could manipulate my body
Right.
because I had so much control over this tool that I have, you know?
Right.
And by
Oh,
the
yeah.
time the instructor was done teaching me how to get through these slats, thank you, these slat things, I was already through it because I know how to move my body and breathe and have the functional mobility. So
Right.
it's not just getting through it like the emotional part, it's getting through, it's killing it. It's being
Yep.
elite at what you're
Yep.
doing, you
Yep.
know?
And the physicality, like how many cops or firefighters step out of a vehicle that we have to use every day and you twist your ankle and then you're on light duty forever.
That's the thing. That's the thing.
Like
Is the
that's
number one injury is a strain and a sprain from something stupid like that.
right.
And
Right.
and so like you need your fascia if it's not mobile, which is supposed to be, because it's the body armor, right? Whenever we're stressed, we lock up. And if you don't process it, then it stays locked up. And then you try to bend something that's stiff like that and it breaks.
Yep.
Like if you want to I ask this question every time I teach at academies, and one time and the question is, who in here wants to be elite? Well, if you are in a profession of public service where there's tons of life and death situation, you better fucking be elite,
Yeah.
right?
You have to be. Like it's not a choice.
Right. Well, half of the people kind of raised their hand, and one guy said, I'm just trying to get through the academy. I was like, you're setting yourself up to lose, sir. I was like, you can't just get through the academy and then expect to go to the streets and deal. Like here's the thing. The reason I love being of service to public safety, and one thing I learned going through the academies is I do not want to be a police officer, okay? Because I would either go too hard and be like, you looked at me weird, under arrest, or I'd be too soft and
Right
I'd
to
be like,
do.
I understand why you beat that guy up. You were having a hard day. It's okay, buddy. Like I would be too
Yeah. Yeah.
whatever. So I'm like, no, I am not like built for this. And I'll drive along and I'll see an officer helping an unhoused person who clearly has mental health issues. And I'm like, oh my God, the patience of that officer. And oh my God, I've done ride-alongs with both male and female officers who have had this quality of patience and kindness. And it is, I don't know, it does, it's hard to do when you, like you said in the beginning, life be lifing, and go be patient with someone who is difficult to deal with.
Yeah.
Dude,
It's tough. And it mentally, again, if you're underprepared, like eventually everybody's grandma's gonna die. And you know what you're gonna have to do? Go work someone else's dead grandma. You have to be mentally prepared. And if you aren't, it's gonna be too difficult. Like the job is too
yeah, it's not gonna work.
right.
Yeah. And
Right.
and also the other thing I mentioned to our instructors too is if you are, in public safety by proxy, meaning you are going to hear stories and there's a higher likelihood of your students dying. And so us as instructors also have to then domino effect take care of ourselves
Oh yeah.
so we can you know, so we can be prepared for what we're hearing. The first time I ever did a presentation, which Stacia, you should see my slide deck from 2013 or whatever. It's so embarrassing.
I'm sure it's great.
No, it's horrible. It's because it's horrible because I have no branding. I'm just like, I'm Olivia. And I'm like quoting like sage, whatever. Like, like I didn't get it yet. Luckily, they kept me on and I could learn or whatever. But before this first presentation, it was for the peer support group at LAFD. And they had a little debrief about a helicopter accident involving their firefighters that were in the helicopter and died.
Yeah.
And then after that, they're like, okay, debrief done. Welcome, Olivia. And I was like,
You're like, oh
I
God.
was like, is everyone okay? So you are going to be hearing this. And so it's just, yeah, it's just there's no one who is gets out of this.
No.
No one gets out of this alive, as they say about life.
Yeah.
So, okay, so you're writing an article and it's for is it for, so tell me, is it for the students? What's the article for as in the SRO, right?
No, so they wrote one about me.
Oh, they want read about you.
Yeah,
Okay. I misread
yes.
that.
No, and I think they tagged you in it on Facebook. I'm not on Facebook, so I don't know. I think they tagged you in it. I can send
Okay.
it. But
I
it
will
was
double check.
the
Probably
town
did. They did, yeah.
I think they did. The town I work in is small. I mean, it's not tiny, but it's like 7,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
So they love things. They love their police department. They love things. Part of my many hats I wear is I teach DARE to a 5th grade class.
They still
And
have DARE around?
oh yeah. Oh
Oh,
yeah.
that's nice.
I've got my little DARE in here.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, amazing.
I
That's
teach
like
DARE.
vintage. Those shirts. I wish I could if you can get your hands on a vintage DARE shirt, I would love one.
I got you. I got you. Well, most drug dealers like to wear them. So, but if
Oh
I
my
can find,
God. I live in Albuquerque, so I will just go down the block.
you'll find one. You'll find
Yeah,
one.
I could get the hookup.
So
Like,
I
you want drugs? No, I want a shirt.
just want the t-shirt. So I teach DARE to one elementary school. There's a handful of elementary schools in town, but the one I teach at has 65 fifth graders, and I teach them all at the same time, which is quite the undertaking. Like the program's not meant to be taught to a huge group. It's meant to be taught to like 20 kids at a time. So anyways, they were rowdy one afternoon. They get so excited to see me. So they're like, oh my God, Officer Taylor's here. Ah! And the teachers just like to yell at them. And I was like, I'm going to just try some breath work. So I had them even like moving their arms in there. I was like, let's try some breathing. And their teachers took a picture of me doing it with the class. I'm pretty sure you guys have this.
Yes, I've seen that. Yes.
So it was posted, and then the school district called me and they were like, hey, we really want to do a feature on you about how you're introducing regulation to younger kids. And I was like, okay. I'm like, well, I have to run it up the chain. Like if you're going to do something about like work, I have to ask the chief, I have to ask the city manager. So then they get a hold of it and they like the newspaper does it. They publish a magazine monthly in town that goes out to like, I don't know, 50,000 people or something. So they reached out and they were like, hey, we think this is really awesome. Do you mind if we feature you in this? And I'm like, I don't know if that's allowed, I guess. Like, yeah, but it's so the article, the school one was just about teaching regulation to kids. Like it's tough. It's tough to be a kid. It's tough to have to sit and be still and listen all day and then like
I
just
would
be
never want to be a kid again.
no. And like just
No.
the expectations unreasonable. I ask my boys, they have 2 recesses a day and like I'll go visit them for lunch and their lunch lady she's a party, they have music, they dance. Then
Oh.
like when they're not quiet, it's like, "Hey, sit down." And I'm like, "Well, I don't even want to be in here." Like the expectation for children is unmanageable.
I mean, why none of us would want to sit under fluorescent lights for 6 hours and like sit in a hard chair and learn
No,
math? That's hell,
no,
okay?
it's awful. And then I think my husband and I talk about this all the time, especially because we've got boys. Like it's hard for me to sit still, and I'm 35 years old. Like I I don't want to just sit down at my desk. I mean, I have a desk. I don't sit here.
I'm not at my desk right now. I am sitting
Like,
on
you
the
see me
ground.
sitting in my chair. I'm like, maybe
Yeah.
I should
I'm
put a
like
station
literally
in.
doing cat cow, like as we're, yeah.
But we talk about it all the time. Like school, sure, it's designed, and my kids' teachers are great. They're learning a lot. But I'm like, boys' bodies are meant to be working. Like my kids 100 years ago would have been working on a farm for 4 hours before they went and sat down all day. So then
Yeah.
maybe they would sit still and be quiet because they're freaking tired. But
Right.
they're not. So they're not.
Or what if
So
they had learning conversations as they're moving things?
right.
Like, yeah.
Right. And I think there's an attempt at that, but there's like, class sizes are big and then it's a whole thing. And I think teachers do the best they can. And again, my kids' teachers are doing a great job, but my town has been so excited. Like the couple of pictures that have been out there that my department's posted or the school district's posted have gotten so much traction. It's almost honestly overwhelming. I'm like, I think it's fantastic. Wellness on the whole is very important to me.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's awesome that you guys recognize that it is important. It's important for everybody. It's important for all of us. It's important for kids. They want to add me to like our city's wellness program, so where everyone in the city could be invited to yoga classes.
God, Stacia.
Yeah, it's you, girl. This is your program. It's like, but the town loves it. Like we have taken for a small like Bible Belt town, they've taken a real shift towards wellness where they're like, you know what? One police officer committing suicide is plenty for us. Like we
Yeah,
have to.
we need to, when I moved from LA to Iowa, some naysayers were like, well, it worked in LA because it's LA, but like the Midwest will never like accept this. Turns out,
Yeah.
the rural fire departments with these dudes that you would think that they also need this and crave it. And when I gave it to them, they were like, thank God. And one guy was like, I haven't slept, since he ran a call on his own brother. That's what
Oh,
happens in like small towns too, you know? And so everyone, again, I don't care where you're from, your brain and nervous system works the same. And even though people aren't maybe as willing to say it, they need that tool.
100%, because hard stuff is still hard stuff.
Yeah.
Like we're not our brains and our bodies aren't meant to do this stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
because our heart wants to do it, but like our
No,
physiology, like,
you're not wired differently,
no, we're
you know?
not.
Yeah,
Like
it's
a
just
dead
that
body is a dead body.
you have the willingness and yeah. So okay, so speaking of like, YFFR specifically, when you came to instructor school or when you started like when you logged on to foundations training, what kind of struck you as like, or did it strike you as, oh, this is different. This is different than maybe what you expected, or maybe you knew what we brought, or how do you think it's different than maybe just asking the local yoga studio to come in and do some classes for you?
It was hard.
Mhm.
I like to learn. I like to like I'll go on deep dives. I'll see like a specific tree and I'm like, "Oh, I wonder like where that tree came from and how long it's been here and is it invasive? Is it difficult to grow? Can I grow it in a pot?" I like to learn. So I'm not like a stranger to new things or learning new things, but yoga for first responder instructor school was difficult. Like there was a lot of science that I was not expecting. I was not expecting the deep roots in research and science and like brain power and how it affects the brain and how you can like manipulate your brain with your breath and like reteach it and like create new neural pathways. There was a lot of that I didn't expect at all. And it was a lot. It was much more than I expected. I expected to go and learn yoga, which I'd already kind of, I lived in California in my early 20s. I did the whole vegan thing. I was, namasteing all day long. But I'm like, anyone can like throw on leggings and look cute outside.
Yeah.
But yoga for first responders was so much more technical and structured than I imagined it would be.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, good. Thank you. Because that's what I hope, I hope that it's structured and I hope that everyone, when you put the science and numbers behind it, no one can say no. And if you say no to it, then the next officer who dies is on you,
Right.
you know?
Right. And it gives you like, again, it's tangible takeaways. Like, there's a real way for me to tell you that this works. It's not just because I say so or because like I look more fit than the next person.
Right,
Like,
because I say so.
right, like I mean, I
Yeah.
guess you could just take it at that, but there's a lot more backing, I guess, than I expected. And not that I didn't expect it to be like real or whatever, because obviously I believed in it or I wouldn't have
Yeah.
signed up or gone. I've been begging my agency to send me for years.
Yeah.
But no, it was much more structured, which I love because then it just the way that you start with instructor school and the structure and just like the focus and the realness of it and without the fluff
Mhm.
makes it easy to apply to an audience that doesn't want the fluff. They don't want the fluff. They don't want any ohms. They don't want the lights off. They don't want the scents. I have my mat cleaner at work is lavender scented. And every time I clean the mats, they're like, God damn, that's strong. And I'm like, sorry, I couldn't
You're like,
find a unscented one.
you're
Like,
like, you have no idea. This is
like
mat cleaner. What if
absolutely
I,
3 times.
yeah, what if I brought in like a whole diffuser? You
I
would,
know. And like I think that's what people assume. So they had me kind of introduce yoga for first responders in a mandatory in-service training day. So I
nice.
had an hour to like explain to like the whole department. Everyone's required to go. So I had this block of time to explain like why it works, how it works, what do you think of this? And a lot of people, primary questions were, is it religious? They were like, we don't want to do anything that makes us feel like we're sun worshiping or we're praying to somebody. And I'm like, no, like there's zero like that. And I'm like, there's like scripts. It's all so much more structured than you would think. Like it's not just, I don't even care if you wear your boots, like come show up in uniform.
Yeah.
Like that's
Show
the
up.
point.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I think the structure and I don't even like sterile is almost the word I want to use. It's not
Yeah.
sterile, but it's just like there are rules, there's a structure, there's a reason. No, we're not doing anything just because.
Well,
I
do you know what it sounds like to me? It sounds like other protocols you have as a police officer.
right. Yes.
It
100%.
right. So it sounds like it is just locking in, clicking in. That's what I want to tell people is like just think that folks will be like, I don't know where or when to put it in. Think of it as all your other training that you do.
Yeah.
It's not any different. There's a protocol, a structure, and there's a reason. And the stuff we take away to make it, sterile is that we're taking away anything that will distract from the point versus add to it, you know? And so it's very, here is what you need, and here are the things that make the difference. And all those other add-on nice to have, if that's something you personally like to have as an additional support, great. But that's all personal to you. What I could tell you is the formula that makes a nervous system do X, Y, or Z. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God, Stacia, like you're like the ultimate perfect instructor for. I mean, you're doing the work. It's amazing. Last question. Speaking of your hair, what product do you use? Because girl, your hair is perfect and mine's a mess. And we have
So it's
like
I
similar
really
texture.
I really like a big hair, and it's foggy out today, so it's a
Yeah.
little
Bigger than,
yeah, but
yeah.
I love it. Actually was going to ask you, have you tried the Jonathan Van Ness air dry cream?
No, but I want to. It's been on my list to try. So, okay. That's a good
That's
one?
not what I'm using. I
Okay.
didn't love it, but
Oh, you
I
did? Okay.
feel like you might
So
like.
Jonathan Van Ness, you were going to sponsor our podcast, but now you're not. I'm just kidding.
No, I listen, I'm still selling the product. I think
Yeah,
you would like it. I just my hair, this is a lot of product. There's a leave-in
yeah,
conditioner in there, there's a curl cream, there's a gel, there's a mousse.
yeah.
But she is fresh. So thank you.
I have to do a lot of product too. But like I think I don't have enough hair to make it like I want the big hair that you have, but I think my hair is very fine. I just have a lot of fine
Hmm.
hair. So it's
Do
hard
you
to
do you diffuse? I swear by my diffuser.
Okay, I have a diffuser and I think I'm doing it wrong. Maybe I don't have the patience because you have to
Listen,
like,
yes, it's a thing. It's a thing, and there's flipping. That's how I get it so big. I'm upside
oh,
down,
you
I'm
flip.
all around. I did do a yoga class this morning, and I left my hair down so I could like
Okay. Oh my God,
hold.
I've done that before.
Yes.
If it's wet, I will do a
Uh-huh.
lot of like flipping to get the volume. So, okay, I'm gonna try. I will in this week where I'm calming down
Yes.
my sketch, I'm
Yeah.
going to put diffuser time in there.
The diffuser. I can text you. I'll send you the
Oh
products I
my God,
use.
that would be awesome.
I
As
will.
someone, one of our instructors who was at our retreat, she has big, beautiful curly hair. And she literally gave me at the end of the retreat what she was using. It's called Rizzo Curl, I
Mhm.
think. You know that one?
I
Okay,
do.
so she was like, here. And I really like that one too. But yeah, I'm always looking for what's going to, because it's hard to manage.
Yes. Well, and curly hair is a weird, listen, it's science, but it's just guess science. You have to figure out what combo and what order, and
Oh, I
it's
know it is. It's
insane.
definitely okay. If I put this leave-in conditioner and then if I do this and then but then air dry that, like it's a whole, I know. And
It's a lot.
also I go to like a curly hair specialist
Of
and they
course, you can't not.
go boom, 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 $300. And I'm like,
Yes. Yes. I love my hair girl. I would travel hundreds of miles for her. I told her that recently, I was like, I would drive probably 4 hours for you. Like, if you moved, please don't.
yeah,
But I would go. But I
yeah.
agree. Sometimes I'm like, no, I don't need a haircut. Like, and she's like, yeah, but look at this one. And I'm like, great. Can you give me your scissors, please? Like,
Oh, I
I'll just
know.
cut this one.
Because that's all they do, but somehow it looks magical like
I
when they're
know.
done. They know exactly which curl to like, you know.
Does your
Well,
person, so, and I'll let you go, but
no,
my,
we're good.
my my girl, she'll fix my hair and she'll have me like lean back like this
Flip.
ever. And I'm like, Liz, my back is killing me. Like, do I have to do this? And she's like, yeah, just a little bit longer. So I'm like, okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Is she a diva curl special?
No, I
No. Okay.
didn't like that product. Did you
Okay.
try that product? I don't
I
like
don't
that.
like the product. I like the style of cutting, you
Oh, I
know.
don't know. Maybe she
But
does.
yeah, so they created their whole line, but it started off with like a school for cutting curly hair.
Right. No, I don't know. I don't know. Have you tried Inner Sense? I do really like that
Yes,
one.
I do like Inner Sense, and I actually need to do their shampoo and conditioner because right now I just do their Inner Sense like foam, like a foaming thing or whatever. I don't even know what I have, but like but my lady who isn't, speaking of moving, I moved. She's in Colorado. I'll visit my parents and I'll go to Colorado and to get my hair cut. I've never gotten it cut here in Albuquerque yet.
Yeah. How long have you been in Albuquerque?
Like 18 months.
You like it?
Yeah, I do.
Do
I
you?
Yes, I do. I love it. not lying. No, I absolutely love it. I'll tell you why. It can get a bad rap, I think, and there probably are issues, but they're in certain pockets of town or whatever,
Anyway,
cities are cities. The authenticity, the culture, the diversity is so deep here. And the community that we have found here, because everyone is super authentic and themselves.
yeah.
There's no, I don't see any weird, judgy, whatever. And I don't know, I just love it. And they have great Mexican food.
Yeah. Unmatched. My family has a condo at Angel Fire. So next time we're up, I'll call you.
Oh, yes, please
Uh,
do.
yes. And the Hatch chilies, unmatched.
Mm,
Like I could get them
mm.
here, but it's not the same.
Right, right.
It's on everything. I've
Yes,
had
it is.
Hatch beer there before.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
It is good. I don't know.
Also, like people forget New Mexico exists, which I love. Like some people, we were doing instructor school in Florida, and I said I was from New Mexico, and the barista was like, "Oh, I forgot that was a state." I'm like, and let's keep it that way. Like, let's just like stay in our little like bubble.
Uh, aren't there famous people in Albuquerque?
More like Santa Fe. But actually there are a lot of actors here because the Netflix studios is here. And so
Oh,
yes, so they do tons of filming here. So there are actors roaming around and stuff, but like the real like famous rich people will live more like in Santa Fe.
Taos. I feel like they're in
And
Taos.
Taos and Taos. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Santa Fe and Taos. And like Santa Fe's fine, but it's almost like the commercialized version of
Yeah.
New Mexico. Whereas like I'll give you an example of like New Mexico yesterday. I'm in Target, okay, like shopping with my daughter, and there's a father shopping with his daughter, and we're all like, hello, we're Christmas shopping, blah, blah, blah. But this guy has face tattoos, okay? But the night like super nice and just we're just in
Sure.
Target together. And then same thing, we lived on the south side, which is more authentic Albuquerque, I would say. Um let's just call it that. But like our neighbor was moving and gave us all of his like kids' toys. He didn't want to move because it was right for our daughter. And he was even like, they're boy toys. Is that okay? We're like, yeah, that's fine. Same. Face tattoos. Okay.
There's a heavy motorcycle population there, right?
Oh, is there? I don't know. I mean, I haven't discovered them. There is? Okay, my friend says there is. She's been in Albuquerque like 12 years, 10 years.
Which would explain the face tattoos.
Yeah. I mean,
You're
is
behind the
there
ball.
is there an explanation for face tattoos?
The system. Just start asking for recommendations.
Oh my God. But yeah, no, I really love it. Everyone's super authentic, and I just feel like, I don't know. It feels like home here. But I also think it's my astrocartography. Like I feel like everyone's home is different, you
Yeah.
know? And so where you energetically feel you should live, and I've just always been pulled to the Southwest.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you lived in Colorado. Is that
Yeah,
where
so
you're from?
I'm from California originally,
Where?
Bay Area.
Where in the Bay Area?
San Jose, Santa Cruz.
Okay, okay.
Is that where you lived in California?
No, I lived central. Made some poor choices. I got married when I was 20 and moved to California. I lived in Lemoore, the air
Okay.
base. There's a
Oh,
naval base there.
okay.
So right in the middle. But I love California. I
Yeah.
would have stayed there forever. Not in Central California, but I am a sun worshiper. Like it's
Oh,
here, it's cold, it's cloudy, it's yucky.
I
I know.
think that's what ruined my first marriage because we were living in LA and then his job transferred him to Iowa where he was from. And I think I just got resentment and it never like left because I'm a California girl, you know. But when I was in high school, or I went to high school in North Carolina to a boarding school. So I lived in,
Military? This is a lot of places.
yeah, no, next thing to military is I was a dancer. And so my parents sent me to an arts high school. So they stayed in California. I went to North Carolina. Then when I was 18, I moved to New York City to went to school, do my whole career there. Went on tour with a Broadway show, and then after my contract was done, I was like, I need a job. And so I auditioned for a show in Vegas. So I moved to Las Vegas and was a showgirl there. And by the way, when I was in New York when I was 20 is when I got my yoga certification. So I was like teaching, you know,
Okay.
this whole time. And then in Vegas, it wasn't in Vegas, but my time in Vegas is when I met my first husband. We moved to LA, then Iowa because of his job transfer. And then he was about to move, we were about to move to Wisconsin during all of that. We got divorced, met Eric, and we're like, let's get the hell out of Iowa. So we moved to Colorado because it's like the next coolest place. You know what I mean? Like, where's closest and cool just to get out? Colorado.
Yeah.
And then Colorado wasn't quite the right fit. We worked with AFR, Albuquerque Fire Rescue. So we'd been out here a few times and we just were like, God, this is like, we're like sad to leave. You
Yeah.
know, it just feels like we want to stay forever. And we were like, well, we can. Like,
Funny, you
so,
could do that.
yeah, yeah, you can live where you want. Like, I remember even thinking, like, am I allowed? Am I allowed? Like, I'm in my 40s. You know, it's like,
Like,
yeah,
yes.
yes, you can do what you want now,
Mhm.
you know? So I think we finally found our place. Like we would love to, you know, keep traveling and spending time here and there, but it's nice to have like a home
Yeah.
base. So you're in Missouri, yeah?
Kansas.
Kansas. Okay. How,
Kansas. I was just gonna say
yeah,
we were talking about it being sim. So was born in Iowa. My my
did not know that.
my mom moved to Kansas to the Wichita area. I grew up here. I got married when I was 20. He joined the Navy. We moved to California. Um, and that did not work out, as 20-year-old marriages often don't. It
Hmm.
turns out you shouldn't marry your high school boyfriend. Hot take. Um,
I married my ex-husband when he was 22. I was older, but he was 22, so kind of the same.
I was just talking to somebody yesterday about that, and I'm like, you don't even know what kind of like food you like when you're 20. Like,
Your
why?
brain's not even fully developed yet.
Literally, you have half a brain. What are you
Yeah,
thinking?
no way. You
Yeah,
shouldn't do
no,
anything until after 25.
no, no. Um, so I went to the police academy in California. I was like, I'm not just gonna sit here while you're working. And where we lived was the middle of nowhere. Like it was an air training base. There's lots of planes flying all the time. So it was in the middle of nowhere because it would have been too much disruption. I put myself through the police academy. Um, then we moved home, divorced quickly. I got a job. I wish him nothing but the best. We were too young.
Yeah.
I got a job here at Derby. So work in a suburb of Wichita. Everyone knows Wichita. No one knows Derby. Small suburb outside of Wichita. Yeah, I mean, I was in Missouri. My brother lives in Missouri. He works for
Okay.
Boeing. So he's
Oh,
like
okay.
near St. Louis.
So do you know that Jess's husband works for Boeing too? Did you guys?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's funny. No, it's yeah, very sim. I have been to Colorado. It's not my favorite place either. Again, it's just not sunny enough.
Yeah. No, I need full sun.
Yes,
I'm like, whatever plant that is, that's me.
I want to just roast on the beach. My husband will talk about vacations and I'm like, I don't want to go to the mountains again. Like I went
No.
there 5 years ago. I don't need to. It's
No.
beautiful. I get it.
I don't like trees covering me, you
Yeah, if I
know?
have to wear a coat, that's not a
Not
vacation.
vacation. No.
I want a cocktail. I want sand. I want to have to wear sunscreen multiple times a day.
Okay, I think we need to go on vacation together because
We do.
that's exactly what I need to.
Sometimes I'll say to my husband, I'm like, you know that feeling on a hot day and you turn your car off and you just sit there for a second and cook a little bit? I love that
Just be
feeling.
like, no, I don't know what you're
And
talking
he's like, that's disgusting. I could never. But
I actually do that before I turn my car on. I go in, I'm like, oh, it feels like a warm blanket in here, and then I'll turn my car on.
yes,
Except in Vegas, it was so hot that you couldn't touch the steering wheel.
yeah, you'd probably
So
die.
so that like I'd have to like just, you know, I'd actually have to put the car on and get the air going just to touch the steering
I
wheel.
didn't dance, but I can sing. So I
Ooh.
did like that. I did, the whole coffee shop thing with my little guitar for a
Oh
while.
my gosh.
I'm cool. I'm
You
like
are
a
cool.
cool
I
fun
can
time.
tell.
I don't think I could play guitar anymore if you asked me to, but I could still like sing a tune.
Yes. Oh my God, I hope your kids know how cool you are.
I think they do. My kids, so the town I work in is small, and before being an SRO, I had a lot more Free time in my job. So I was in charge of a lot of community events. So I was on a recruiting team. I've been on the billboards. I've been in like the promotionals for the department. I've organized just my face is very out there. Like we didn't move to this town until a year and a half ago because I was like, no, I just want to be able to like yell at my kids in public if I have to. And I don't feel like I can do that in this town.
Oh my God, Stacia, I have the same thing because I write for ABQ Mom. It's like this, like whatever. It's like the mom mafia here. People recognize me. I'll go to a play cafe. They'll be like, "Oh, I know you from the internet and stuff." And I was like, "So same. I can't go out and like, yeah." So go ahead.
My kids think I'm famous. Like I'll go
Oh my God,
somewhere
I
and they're
love
like,
it.
"Oh my God, Officer Taylor," or like little kids, since I teach dare at an elementary school, everyone knows me. Or like my older one will just he just rolls his eyes anymore. He's like, "Oh, of course they know you." I'm like,
Yeah. They're like, well, I am Derby famous.
"Hey, yeah, we did. I'll let you go, but we did. I don't dance, but my son and I did win a dance contest at just recently. It was like a silly one. So we were in St. Louis for the last few days. And Anheuser-Busch, the brewery, does a huge like Christmas thing. Like they turn the brewery into like all this Christmas lights. They have this huge kids section. I know it sounds crazy, like, oh, I took my kids to the brewery,
I know, I
but
love it though. That's
we
my
went.
parenting
And
style.
the kids, there was a kids DJ. My kids are the best wedding guests you've ever met. Like my boys love to tear up a dance floor. So there's this kids DJ and the guy's like, there's gonna be a dance contest. Everyone's gonna get a prize at the end, but there's gonna be a few winners and someone's gonna get a trophy. And we're like, woo, yeah. My boys go out there and they're dancing their asses off. They're trying so hard to win these prizes. My older one wins some slime or something. And then the DJ is like, okay, kids, go choose one of your parents to come on the dance floor. And both my boys come our way. And I'm like, who's going to choose me? My older one chooses me. And I'm like, hell yeah, like we're going to win. And then
Yeah.
the DJ's like, the DJ's like, okay, now I've been saying that a person's going to win the trophy. And he's like, so got to really count on your parent to win the trophy. And I'm like, yeah, like I got this.
Yeah.
So we dance, we dance, we dance. There's like 100 people. Obviously, we win. Obviously,
Yeah,
my family, my mom is in the corner like crying. She's like, I just knew you guys are gonna win. And my son is like, he's like, oh my God, we won
Oh
this
my God.
trophy. So all to say, I cannot like dance in any formal
You
capacity.
can get down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a good time. If you need vibes brought, I'm your girl.
Oh, dude, I cannot wait. I feel like no wonder everyone's talking about your instructor school and how good it was. Like, you guys are awesome. I could talk
Oh,
to you forever. I have a meeting in 4 minutes.
oh, we'll get
Um,
you a meeting.
yes,
Get
but you're delightful, Stacia.
you also were delightful. Thanks for this.
Yes, this was super fun. I appreciate you. And thanks for moving everything around so we could get it out. But yeah, more to come. Keep up your great work and more to come. We'll be in touch. I have your number now.
Thanks for having me. Your program's awesome. You're kicking ass and
Thank you.
really saving lives. And I really do mean that. I think it's
It's
awesome what you're
our program now. It's our program.
our program that you
You
do.
did the hard work though. Hey, before we go, I want to remind you that training your mental and physical health is incredibly important, especially for those working in high-stress jobs like first responders.
And if you're interested in learning more about yoga for first responders, visit yogaforfirstresponders.org for our on-demand training app, online course platform, in-person training, and more.
Like this podcast, subscribe, and give us a great review. We are so happy to have you part of the YFFR mission.